Welcome to Tony's Bonsai. About 4 months ago, I got a load of beech hedging off Facebook Marketplace. I planted it in the ground round here at my parents', so I thought I'd give you an update and show you how they're getting on. I can't remember exactly how many trees I planted. I think it was in the sort of high 20s, and in general they're doing pretty well. Some of them have died, but most of them are going to go on to be fairly decent trees, I think. In my previous video, this was the only one that had died, or so I thought. However, I kept watering it and it's come back, and seems to be doing okay, which is great. This fairly small tree had one of the best potentials, I think. I did the chop here. It's developing into a taper, but it's struggled on. The leaves are quite small, and I'm still very hopeful for this, but it's not had a great year. By comparison, this tree is very, very healthy. It's put lots of lovely green leaves on, lots of new growth, branches, and it's just doing very, very well. This tree was one that I selected to wire, so the wire's been taken off. When it was struggling, I removed it, but the plan was to sort of have these side branches. The problem is, for some reason, it's just not done well at all, and that one's a goner. One of the really interesting things with trees like this, I love watching them callus over. This particular tree, which is a very healthy example, is callusing over at a real rate of knots, and that will probably close in another year or two, which is great. And that's quite a contrast when compared to this tree, which has struggled. I mean, it's just about survived. I don't know what it will do next year. But you see on this cut here, there's almost no callusing has occurred. And that's because it's not put the growth on, and it's not been able to put its resources into healing this wound. The reasons why a tree like this has done so well and is growing on so strongly, and yet the one right next to it is just about struggling and barely surviving, I don't really know. But I suppose when you plant this many trees, you're just kind of playing the numbers. I've just done the maths, and I planted 29 trees. 4 of them have died. 5 of them, they're alive, but they're struggling, which leaves me 20 trees, and about half of those are growing super vigorously, and the other half are just doing well. So basically a 2/3 success rate, which I think is quite good. Facebook is generally the best time of year for getting material like this on Facebook Marketplace, but even in the autumn it's worth keeping your eyes peeled, because you can always pick up a bargain. And if you've got the space, get yourself some of these trees, get them in the ground. I'm hoping in 2 or 3 years time these are going to thicken up really nicely, and I'm expecting them to have a really good year next year. With them having already set out some roots and established themselves, they'll just start developing and growing and thickening up, which is what I want. So if you want to follow the progress of these trees, you know what to do. Apart from that, thanks for joining me, and have a great day. I'll see you soon.